I'm Anil Kumar. Welcome to my series on complex numbers. Let me thank all the viewers and subscribers for taking keen interest in my videos and posting their request. Now, I've received many requests regarding reciprocal of complex numbers, and based on that, I have created 4 questions here for you. So we'll look into the reciprocal of complex numbers with the help of 4 multiple choice questions. Here's the very first one. Find the reciprocal of 3i. 4 choices are given to you. When we say reciprocal, it really means 1 over whatever, right? So it is 3i. We should be rationalizing it by multiplying by 3i and also dividing by 3i. So that gives you what? Well, I could have done just I times I, right? No need to put 3i. Let me cancel this. So what you see here is I over 3i square. Now what is I square? I square is -1. So we get this as negative I over 3, since I square is equal to -1, correct? So that is the answer. So we get I minus I over 3, which is option B for us. Is that clear? So reciprocal of a pure imaginary number will be an imaginary number, right, as shown here. Now the next question here is to find the value of 3 times I to the power of -5. So when I am saying I to the power of -5, I could write this as 3 over I to the power of 5. Now, just as we said I square is equal to -1, I to the power of 4 should be equal to 1, right? When you square them, that's what I'm trying to say. So when you square both sides, you get I to the power of 4 equals to 1. That is a very important result. So it helps us, since we could write this as 3 over I to the power of 4 times I, right? So that is as good as writing this as 3 over I. You get the idea, right? Now again, we can rationalize it. So that is to say, multiply and divide by I, and this I square means -1. So we get 3i over I square, which is minus 3i, right? So minus 3i this time is the answer, but the option is still B, right? So that's how you're going to do it. So I hope it is absolutely clear. Now let's take up question number 3. This time we have a complex number which has a real part and an imaginary part. You need to find the reciprocal of 4 plus 3i, right? So that is to say, so the complex number z is given to us as 4 plus 3i. So the reciprocal basically is 1 over z, which is equal to 1 over 4 plus 3i, correct? Now we need to rationalize it, so we'll just multiply and divide by its conjugate, 4 minus 3i, right? So when you multiply, you get 4 minus 3i in the numerator. The denominator will be a square minus b square, which is 4 square minus b square, which is 9i square, right? So that is it. But I square, you know, is equal to -1. So what we get here is 4 minus 3i over, so that gives you 16, and I square is -1, so 16 plus 9. So what we get here is 4 minus 3i over 25. So actually here's a mistake. This should have been square, or this should be 25, correct? So I made this correction here. So we get 4 minus 3i over 25 as the correct option, which is same as option A, correct? So there was a typing error, so I made a correction. So I hope you understand these steps. That is how we are going to do it. Now here is the next example. Now this is the last example. I have one more. Okay. So here find the reciprocal of a complex number z. So this is generalizing what we just learned, right? So basically, if you have a plus bi as a complex number, in that case, the reciprocal will be 1 over a plus bi, right? Now we need to rationalize it, so we'll multiply and divide by its conjugate, a minus bi. So when you do that, you get a minus bi, the conjugate, right, of this. And here you get a square plus b square, just as we saw, since we know I square is negative 1, correct? So what does that give you? A minus bi is basically the conjugate function of your complex number, and this is the magnitude, right? This is the magnitude. So that becomes the formula for writing a reciprocal, right? So if you know the formula, you can straight away write down the answer. Perfect. So denominator square, right? Absolute value of the magnitude basically, and square of that. Here is the last question. So let me make this as question number 5 for us. Okay. We need to find the reciprocal of 1 minus I to the power of 4 this time. Okay. So what is 1? Let's first figure out what this is, right? So what is 1 minus I to the power of 4 equals to? So what we could do here is that we'll write 1 minus I whole square, and then later we'll further square it. Is it okay? So that gives you, inside square we'll sort out first, which is a square minus 2ab, that means 2i, and then plus b square, that means plus I square, right? This whole square. So that gives you 1 minus 2i, I square is negative 1 whole square. So 1 minus 1 is 0. So basically we get minus 2i whole square, and that becomes now, this minus becomes positive, 2 square is 4, and then we have I square. Do you see that part? Right? Now, I square is negative 1, so we are going to write this as negative 4. Perfect. What do we want, right? This is our complex number, right? So the complex number reduces to minus 4. What is its reciprocal? The reciprocal is minus 1 over 4, correct? So minus 1 over 4, option D, is the correct option. So I hope now you understand how to work with the reciprocal of complex numbers. That is how you do it. I hope that really helps. Feel free to write your comment, share your views, and if you like and subscribe to my videos, that'd be great. Thanks for watching and all the best.